All right. What's up, everybody? All you fat earthers. What's happening, meatards? Another episode of the Eat Meat Make Family stream. We got Milk Jar coming on today. The infamous Milk Jar. He's just getting his camera set up on Skype, and he will be here in a moment. But what's happening out there, guys? It's what is it? Tuesday. Check it out. I got in a fight with a tree. Can you see? Where's the camera? Look at that. And there. Right there. We got there's ficus trees all over the valley here. I was running with my daughter and our dog, our little puppy. I was kind of trying to train the puppy, get him to stay with me. And I was sprinting up this hill and ran right into the ficus tree while watching the dog while running. Great move. But the thorns, the ficus trees, I don't know if you guys know ficus, but they've got these thorns that are about an inch thick. They're long, rather. They're not an inch thick. They won't penetrate like a car tire, but they will pop a bike tire, and they will pop an eye out. And the thing went right there, right around the eye. My daughter thought it was really funny. She laughed her ass off. Oscar doesn't believe me, thinks my wife beat me up. Yeah, it's true. She beat me. My wife kicked my ass. Yeah, it was just hanging right there in the middle of the road. It was a great move. It was a great move. So what's up, guys? It's been a while since I've done a stream. It's been a few days. I did like 5 streams a week for a couple weeks. It gets exhausting. Can't talk for that long. Yeah, no, I'm trying to cover for my wife. She told me if I tell anybody that she hit me, that there'd be way worse. She said if you tell those people on YouTube, there's more coming for you. But we're talking Milk Jar today. You guys know about Milk Jar? He's a funny guy. He's a good friend of Gatis, Sferia. That's how you really say it. But all those retard Americans, we don't know how to read words that are more than 2 syllables. Sugar rotted my teeth. I know. Let's check it out. So Gatis, here, let me find. I've got. Not Gatis, Milk Jar. Let's look at Milk Jar's. Milk Jar made a video, called me a twink. Primal Edge Health as a twink. He got the old footage of me as a vegan. He's got a funny channel though. He likes to talk some shit, Milk Jar. Fun guy. You know, the first time I saw Milk Jar, what was the video? It was like mental ill people attack Milk Jar in New York. Let's see if I could find it. That's the first video I saw, and it was essentially Milk Jar eating meat at a vegan protest with this really crudely made sign that said like "Down with the vegan agenda." That's what I pulled the screenshot for this stream from. Here, it's not there. It was on Gatis' channel. It was on Sferia's channel. All right. There it is. Vegan mental illness in New York City. This was the first video I saw of Milk Jar. And of course, I was instantly a fan.
You're disrupting me.
So I guess, all right, so where's the backstory? It just jumps right into it. Apparently there's some sort of a vegan protest. And I don't know if Gatis was there or if he got this footage from Milk Jar, but I just thought this was so funny. It was so this is America embodied right here, right? New York City, boomers freaking out over a dude eating some meat. All right, check it out. He's got some raw salmon.
Down with the vegan agenda.
He's got this sign. It looks like he just ripped that cardboard off. Like he found it there and then borrowed a marker, probably from one of these vegans, and made his sign.
I mean, I'm being raped right now.
And this weird, this old,
Pay $1 to watch a 4-minute video.
this boomer's following him around.
4-minute video.
I think that's Chevy Chase's. Chevy Chase's brain damaged brother is following him around, screaming in his ear. Look how he knows how funny this is. It's such golden footage. So funny, right?
Stop spitting on me.
He spit. Oh man, that's assault. This guy's this guy's assaulting him. I mean, this is vegan street activism right here. Right? I mean, this vegan activism.
Spit on me. Can you not spit on me, please? That's disgusting. Please.
Get paid
And don't touch me like
Get paid $1 to watch a
Please
4-minute
stop
video.
screaming in my ear.
I get screaming in the ear and come to the territory.
No one's gonna do it.
Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video. Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video.
Yeah.
Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video. Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video. Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video.
How many times does this guy say that? How many times does he say get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video?
4-minute video.
Down with the vegan agenda.
Okay, we'll jump forward like 3 minutes and let's see what happens.
Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video. Get paid $1 to
This boomer is glitching out. Oh, dude. This is too funny. Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video. Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video. Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video. Actually, when I first put up this live stream, it was I hadn't visited this video. I saw this video. When was this put out? 2017. I feel like I saw it years ago. Feels like I've known Milk Jar for years. Where you at, Milk Jar? Hurry up, dude. Milk Jar's 13 minutes late, you guys. So this grown man assaulting him in the street for eating. I mean, he's just got a piece of sashimi. He's eating some salmon. He's not eating the skin. The skin's pretty good. I guess the skin's really kind of tough when it's raw, though. This guy's really pissed.
video. Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute
So instead of this guy actually trying to pay other people $1 to watch a 4-minute video, the vegan, he's totally glitching out and assaulting Milk Jar rather than actually doing his activism, right? Rather than actually showing people his video, he's screaming in this man's ear, which totally turns off anybody on the street who's trying to, who's essentially, just walking by and perhaps might be interested in this. He's turning them all away by assaulting this metalhead in the street.
You're not gonna
Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video.
And Milk Jar's loving it. He thinks it's hilarious. He's spitting in his face, touching him over and over again.
I'm gonna finish it in a bit.
Let's see. Follows him around for 7 minutes.
Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video. Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video.
This is what happens when you go vegan. They got nothing.
Mental illness.
And then he leaves. So, done. Yeah. Oh, the Milk Jar pursues him a bit. Milk Jar missed him.
Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video. Get paid $1 to watch a
He can't stop. The guy can't stop. He just can't stop. Why is someone putting phone numbers in there? Don't put, whose phone number is that? Put phone numbers in the chat. You trying to dox somebody? Alright. Weird people jump in the chat sometimes. Alright, guys. Where's he at? Where's our carnivore meathead metalhead buddies? Not Sverige. Sverige's cohort in trolling the vegans. We're waiting for Milk Jar here. Let's see where he's at. He's getting his camera ready. We'll see what's up.
Video.
Get paid $1.
He just isn't in front, though. It's a problem.
Get paid $1 to watch a
He's in front,
4-minute
so he
video.
stays in front.
Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video. Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video. Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video.
All right. What's up, dude? You hear me?
Hey.
All right. Sweet. All right, hold on. Let me can you guys hear him? How's the audio? We got a milk jar here. Coming out of the jar. We were just watching your video. Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video. Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video. Beautiful. Uh-oh, we're frozen. Can you hear me?
What was that?
Can you hear me? Milk jar, can you hear me?
Oh, it was fine in the beginning. I don't know what happened now.
Let me oh, then maybe it's better now. Now can you hear me?
Poor network connection.
Should we try Hangouts?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it says poor network connection.
You know what? Let's try Google Hangouts. Let's go on Google Hangouts. Google Hangouts usually works better. The NSA has better connection than. Let me hang up. I'll send you the Hangouts link on Skype.
Yep, Google Hangouts.
All right, dude. All right. Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video. Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video. Let's see. How do I do this? Video call. Copy link. So, the vegan protest movement's pretty funny, right? I mean, one metalhead with a little sign and a piece of salmon shows up and all hell breaks loose. I think someone said there's another video where he eats raw like a head of an animal. Let's see if we can find that. Let's wait for him to jump into the Hangout. So, it's got raw cow heart at a vegan protest.
Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute
This is the same thing. These boomers, they just run the same program.
David.
Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute. Oh, wait, the same.
Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video.
This is a different day.
Time to call the police.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah.
What's your name, buddy?
Move away from the table.
My name is a police caller.
David Green.
Just like always, call the police. Just like always.
Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute
You know this is the cure for a lot of diseases, and that's the purpose why it's being done, right? That's the intention.
Hey, that's fine. I call the police just as well as I always do with you, friend.
What country do you think you live in? Where the police are going to do anything for you?
They'll move. Oh no, they always move him away.
Oh, really?
It's been the third time he's moved away by the police. Kind of move.
Did the cops really move
Do
him
you want to
away?
keep people away from having
kinda
access
messed
to
up.
cures?
He's just eating his food.
Hello?
$1 to watch a 4-minute video.
Yeah, we're at Union Square Park, and there's a guy
Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video.
agitating us.
Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video.
Chevy Chase is calling the
Get paid
cops.
$1 to watch a 4-minute video. I want you to hear what he said.
Hey,
Hey, what's up, dude? All right, hold on. Where are you at? I got too many windows pulled up. Hey, if I pay you $1, will you watch a 4-minute video?
yeah.
Sweet. I had to pay him a lot of dollars to come on and make this video, so you guys are lucky. Milk jar is very expensive to get on camera. I had to talk to his agent like 5 times.
Yep.
What's happening, man? You're over in Kiev, in Ukraine, right?
Yeah.
How long you been there?
It's been on and off for like almost a year.
Wait, I think you're wearing the same. We were just watching a video, and I think you're wearing the same Iced Earth shirt. All right, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We were just watching your video when you're. It's called Vegan SJW's Triggered: Eating Raw Cow Heart at Vegan Protest, and you got the same shirt on. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We were just talking about how funny it is that like one metalhead can show up with a piece of meat and just melt down these vegan boomer protesters. They just freak out at your very presence. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, they're mentally ill.
But you used to be a vegan, right? Like when did you how'd you get involved in all this stuff? How'd you get to know about this madness?
I was just looking for, answers on how to solve my health issues.
Mhm.
And, the first thing you find is usually veganism.
Yeah. What year did you get into veganism? What year did you start playing around with it?
It's probably like 2009.
Oh, that's crazy. That's the same year that I heard about it too. That was before
Yeah.
it got huge.
Yeah, that was when, Darian Ryder was big and
Yep.
Dan the Man and
Dan the Man in his trailer.
Matt Monarch.
Yep. And
Those days.
and Tristan the Twink.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing you back then.
Nah, dude, I didn't do anything like publicly, but because I knew Matt, and we lived near each other, so I was in like a couple of his videos. That's why I could be found in the archives there.
Hmm.
So you got into raw veganism back then?
Yeah, that was, part of my vegan journey.
Yeah. What were the health issues you're dealing with? What were you trying to get rid of?
Um, at all times, I was at the very least nauseous.
Hmm.
I would have gallbladder attacks almost every day.
What's a gallbladder attack like?
It's probably I'd say 9 out of 10 sharp pain right where your gallbladder is, and it just like pulsates for 15 minutes to like 2 hours. It's just like constant stabbing pain.
Did you grow up with that? The cameras are-
No, it started when I was like 16 or 17.
Where'd you grow up?
Like
You grew up in the States, right?
yeah.
In New York?
Mhm.
In the city?
Yeah.
And your health problems started like later on, or was it kind of a gradual thing?
It started gradually after hepatitis B vaccine.
Oh shit! Like was it the high school hepatitis B vaccine or the?
Yep.
Yeah.
High school.
I remember when I got the middle school vaccines and the high school vaccines, I got depressed after each one of them. I didn't really put 2 and 2 together there, but I definitely kind of noticed a similar thing. Shitty.
Yeah, the Hep B vaccine was the only one that I got. I was exempt from all the others.
And you felt it right away? You felt the side effects immediately?
Oh no, the next day I passed out while riding my bike. It was like the first time I, passed out in my life. And then I came home and I had like a huge fever and slept for a long time, and then just, my digestion started like going first. And and that progressed until the gallbladder attacks, which is like the peak, which is when they just want to take your gallbladder out,
Mm-hmm.
which I didn't want to do. And the arthritis started, and everything else.
So chronic pain, digestive issues.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have sleep issues too?
I did.
How'd you first hear about veganism? Was it YouTube shit, or was it just internet, or what? How'd you come upon it?
I first heard about vegetarianism through like being New Age, because you know back then the New Age wasn't as vegan as it is now. It was like more vegetarian.
Mm-hmm.
All the yoga people back then were like vegetarian, not vegan so much. There's a lot fewer vegans back then, so I started with the vegetarianism, and because of I was doing like yoga and stuff, and then I saw veganism on YouTube, and it's like, if you know once you start getting into the whole vegetarian thing, then it's like, why not just be vegan? Because like, if being vegetarian makes sense, then being vegan makes even more sense. So that's why I became vegan.
Yeah, yeah. Less meat, less animal products, good. No animal products equals better.
Yeah.
Did it help at first?
Only like a placebo, I think.
Yeah. So how long did you play around with
I don't
vegan?
think
How long
anything
did you
real
do it?
happened.
How long did you stick with it?
From vegetarian to vegan, like combined, was probably like 2 years.
And did your health get worse, or how did you?
Yeah, I mean, my health was always getting worse from since I got sick
Yeah.
after the vaccine. It just got worse, and it never started getting better until I started eating, raw animal products.
Yeah. So how'd you hear about raw animal products?
Uh, just the internet. I'd like heard about it, long time before I started trying it. I was the first guy who I saw talking about it was this guy, Good Samaritan 77 or 55 on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
It's like this Filipino guy, and he ran the raw paleo diet for him.
Okay.
And yeah, he's the first guy I saw eating raw meat, and he was saying he was curing all these people with it. And yeah, I didn't want to try it because it was like,
It's
seemed
scary, right?
dangerous.
Well, you're going from vegetarian
Yeah,
to thinking
so
like, yeah, I'll eat raw meat. I mean, that must be a big jump.
so it was like I did it as like a last resort, when I finally ended up doing it.
Dude, someone's got the perfect suggestion for the video title. They say two vegan hot twinks show each other that meat can be okay sometimes.
Yeah, that's
Everyone's
a good
making
one.
twink jokes because of your video. Oh man, funny. People are asking, what are you smoking? They're like, how is he talking about health that he's smoking? What are you smoking? The cigarette?
Tobacco.
Tobacco. It's funny. I got some friends who are super into tobacco, and they swear they're like, "Yeah, dude, tobacco's fucking good for you, man." Are you one of those? You doing the tobacco for your health?
I just do it because I like it. I don't think you can say that tobacco is more bad for you than eating cooked vegetables.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of like eating cooked
That's
vegetables.
about
It's like super cooked vegetables, right? It's like the most cooked of vegetables you can eat.
Yeah, but that could be better. Like, some people say it's better to eat ashes than to eat something like halfway cooked,
Do you eat vegetables anymore?
because
Do you eat any vegetables at all?
vegetables rarely. I like the fruits that get confused for vegetables, like tomatoes and cucumbers.
Yeah. Avocado.
I don't like avocado too much.
Yeah. But you find that you can't eat some vegetables now?
I can eat basically anything now.
That's cool. So the raw meat,
I
like
was like,
you started eating raw meat, and that pulled you out of it, or what? How did that whole progression go?
yeah, for like the first 4 or 5 years, like I had to eat like only raw foods,
Uh-huh.
and or I'd get like sick if I ate anything that wasn't raw, and like now I can eat anything
So you like
with like minimal issues.
if you ate cooked meat when you first started out, you'd feel like shit?
Yeah.
Hmm. So what was the first meat you ate? And you went straight to raw?
No, I went to like cooked first. I mean, my memory isn't really too good from that time
Hmm.
because I had like a lot of brain fog, I guess is what you'd call it.
Yeah.
So I don't remember if I was like I might have just done gone back to like just like eating everything but like organic and like no like biological weapons in my diet
Mm-hmm.
type thing. So I
So
was just eating normal.
no wheat, no corn, no soy.
I might have been eating like wheat and corn, but just like no chemicals, like no
Mm.
aspartame, no
Okay.
uh, high fructose corn syrup, nothing like that.
So
Just
nothing
like,
processed.
yeah, other than cooking it. But yeah, that you know didn't really help too much, so I had to go raw.
Did you ever talk to that guy Ajanis Vonderplanets? This is how the first time that we interacted. You came in on a stream and you were vehemently defending Ajanis Vonderplanets when somebody made some comments that they didn't like him or they thought he's full shit, and you were like, "Nah, dude, Ajanis is the real deal." So it seemed like that was probably a big part of your journey too. How'd you come upon that guy?
From the raw paleo diet forum, I just heard about him,
Did you ever talk to him?
and no,
Vegetable
and
Police told me that he emailed Ajanis, and Ajanis emailed him back that he got some advice from him back in the day, but he didn't take his advice because he wanted to do the vegan thing.
yeah, I mean, I never really needed to contact him because everything in his books and on the website with his Q&As,
Hmm.
that's all I really needed to heal myself.
So you were doing
So
that
I
like
didn't really need any more advice.
he recommends, as far as I know. I'm not an expert on Ajanis. I maybe like to ask you more about it. Um, from what I've seen, he recommends raw meat, raw eggs, raw dairy products, and high meat, rotten meat. Is that kind of a
Yeah,
good representation?
as well as raw honey and raw vegetable juice.
Yeah. So raw vegetable juice.
And a bit of raw fruit, and then there's like apple cider vinegar and like clay, like tarramin clay, and
Yeah.
a bunch of other stuff in there too.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, it's funny because I mean I see a lot of people making the same recommendations that Ajanis made, and then saying that Ajanis sucks. Like they don't like Ajanis. So I think that's kind of an interesting.
Well,
Uh,
a lot of people did that. Like for example, like the Long Beach diet. It was like a really popular diet in the 90s that
mhm.
just included like just like a shitload of orange juice and something like that, and it was like to like treat acne or something.
I thought it was
And
gin and
then
juice was the Long Beach diet. That was the Snoop Dogg diet.
it was one of those diets, but yeah, he that was like something he wrote for a client for like a particular condition, and then they just took the protocol for that and just sold it as their own thing. And
Yeah, there's a lot of that. So
mhm.
so you started eating the raw meat and you did raw juices and stuff too?
Yeah.
What was your when did you actually start to feel better? Was it instantly?
Yeah, the first time I ate a raw steak was the first time in probably like 5 or 6 years that I ate something without feeling nauseous after.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Was that did you cry a tear of joy with that steak?
I don't think I cried, but I was just like really happy. And
Yeah.
then I just went like fully raw after that.
Nice. And do you ever cook meat nowadays?
I never cook meat. I would never cook meat, but
You think it's a
like if I'm
waste?
really hungry and there's only cooked meat around, then I would eat it.
Yeah. And you could digest it still.
What?
And you do okay with it? Like if you gotta eat cooked meat, if you're out and about, haven't eaten in a day,
Yeah,
eat the steak.
now I'm fine with it, but before I couldn't eat it at all.
Yeah. Huh. All right, so when did you start your YouTube thing? And what the hell happened to your YouTube channel? Because you've got Milk Jar's twin brother channel, and some of these videos were that I see online, they're mirrored from whatever used to be your channel. What's the story with that? What, you been a naughty boy? You got kicked off YouTube?
Yeah, I got kicked off YouTube with my first account. They never told me the exact reason. Some sort of you know, community violation. I don't know, but I didn't have any strikes on the account, so
Hmm.
um, it said I was either spamming or abusing or something like that. I don't remember, but it just it gave me like a whole range of things that could have been the reason for why the account got destroyed, but I can't know which one.
It's probably because you called me a twink.
No, that was on this account,
Okay. Well, we'll see what we can do
which
about.
is still
We'll see what we
active.
can do about this new account. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so did somebody? So I saw a video when I was searching last night, doing a little bit of research, creeping on Milk Jar. Someone said that Vegan Gains got you kicked off. I don't know if that's true. That was just some video that popped up. Vegan Gains gets Milk Jar banned off YouTube. I don't think he did that, but
I don't know. I don't really care. I mean, I was saying that in the beginning just to like, because I thought it was funny, but like it could be true. I have no idea.
I couldn't see him doing that just because like of how much he blasts other people and shit talks on people. I don't.
Well, no, I mean, I was like harassing him though.
Oh, okay.
I would like leave comments on his every one of the videos he made. Like I would get alerts, so I would be like the first comment, and like a lot of the comments would like shoot to the top because
Uh-huh.
people liked it, and it was just like a list of everything wrong with him, like how he admitted that he has like bloody feces from hemorrhoids and that he like filmed his like grandfather dying and posted it on YouTube to prove a point about veganism.
Dude, I talked to
And
Vegan
just
Games
like
the other week, and at the end of the conversation, I actually kind of liked him because dude, there's a few moments when I saw him smile, and it was like, it was a weird thing, and the moments when I saw him smile, it was like this nice person, this like nice young boy, just like I don't know, he seemed like there's a nice person under there. I've never met him, so I don't really know the guy, but his
I think there might be a cool guy hiding
yeah,
deep below the
the YouTube veneer.
psychosis.
Right. YouTube's
Well,
crazy, man. YouTube really fucks people up in the head.
I don't think it's just that. I think he's just like mentally fucked from being vegan and I mean his body's destroyed. He has like severe depression. Um yeah, I mean he's like, he can't like do certain exercises because his body's just fucked. Like imagine just like shitting blood every day.
Yeah, that would be
Like
fun.
I mean he's just fucked. I mean like no one's cool if they're like, miserable.
Yeah, it's hard to be fun to be around if you don't enjoy being around yourself.
Yeah. So it's just, his life is just horrible. So
Well, you and your crew. I mean, I don't know if they're your crew, but like I've seen a lot of videos with you, Gatis, and that ilk, the European, the meatheads over there. You guys always seem pretty chill. I mean, you guys always seem like you're having a good time. Seem pretty laid back. Um, what made you
yeah, we have a good time.
what made you leave New York and go to freaking Ukraine? How the hell did that happen?
Well, I was born here and then I came back to visit and then I just decided to stay.
I had a friend from Ukraine when I was in college, and he was like an exchange student. He was he was freaking hilarious. He used to go to the beach in a he used to wear a speedo with an American flag at the beach in California, like where nobody wears speedos, and he'd be like Ukraina, Ukraina, and chicks loved this guy, dude. This guy, he was he could get any girl. We were 19, 20 years old. We just thought it was so funny because he could go up and talk to any girl and just end up bringing a group of girls with him and bringing to parties and stuff. He was a cool guy. So I've got a fondness for the Ukrainians. You speak the
hmm
language?
I speak Russian.
Yeah. Wow. So are you a Russian bot?
No, I'm not Russian. I mean, there's a lot of people in Ukraine that don't speak Ukrainian.
Yeah. So you went there and you decided to stay. You fell in love.
I mean, I don't know if I fell in love. I just, like it here more than anywhere else.
Yeah. What?
It's
What?
still like a city, so
Yeah.
I'd rather be like in a mountain somewhere
You feel more free there in
like
Ukraine than in
here.
the U.S.
Oh yeah, it's like total freedom here. Like if like the anarcho-capitalists, like they should just come here because that's what's going on here. And they'll see the problems with their philosophy too.
Mm-hmm.
But that's basically what's going on here.
Hmm. But what's there's kind of civil unrest there recently. I mean, you guys had a lot of weird shit going on. Is it? Do you feel safe?
Things happen here. Like when we were out in the forest, um in that video that Gaddis took, he was actually gone when this happened,
Hmm.
but there's some crazy guy like threatening people with a knife in the forest.
Wow.
Uh, yeah, so he didn't get that on video. He missed that, but
Was
stuff
he
like that
drunk? Was this
happens.
guy on drugs or drunk, or was he just deranged?
No, he seemed like he was either on drugs or at the very least was like at the very least was someone that has done like a lot of drugs and is all fucked up now.
You seem pretty entertained by a dude with a knife threatening to kill people. It seems I'd be a little bit freaked out. You seem like you're just laughing at, yeah, a guy with a knife was trying to kill people in the forest.
It was fun.
He wasn't that dangerous.
I mean, anyone with a knife is dangerous,
Hmm.
but nothing happened, so you know everything's good.
What about food quality there? How's the food?
It tastes great. I feel great. There's no like accountability in food though here at all. So
There's none in the U.S. either.
uh,
It's like fake accountability in the U.S.
yeah, but like with the Amish at least, you can be pretty sure.
Oh yeah,
But
true.
that's about it.
Is that
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm like eating liver, drinking blood, and eating testicles and everything, and have no problems. I just feel great.
you what's up with the videos? You haven't made videos in a while. People keep in the chat. People are like, "Where's his videos? Why doesn't he make videos anymore? What happened? Did the Leguminati stomp you out, or did they scare you into submission, or what's up?"
I just don't feel like it anymore.
Hmm.
Like I don't feel like there's nothing left to say about veganism,
Yeah,
and at least I don't have anything left to say.
yeah. So you're just living your life.
And it's just like takes like too much of my life too
Yeah, people get
to
really
be
pissed
like
about it.
making videos.
People, it seems like you kind of engaged in a major battle for a while. I mean, you were going to these protests and eating raw hearts and stuff like that. What
And I
drove you
might
to
do
do
I
it?
might do that again just because it's fun. But
But are there vegan protests in Ukraine?
no, there's like I mean if there's vegans here, they're not like they don't feel empowered enough to like act like they do in the West.
Yeah, or maybe they have bigger things to worry about, like they're not so decadent. I feel like in the U.S. it's just you have these little purple-haired weirdos who really have nothing going for them, nothing to do with their time, so they're just spending it on nonsense like that. I think in Ukraine, where
Yeah, here
you got a civil war going
yeah, here
on, nobody's going to be protesting, the necessity of veganism when you're in the middle of a civil war.
Yeah, if you like protest like a restaurant here because they're like serving meat or anything stupid
They'll
like
just
that,
kick
you'll
your
just like
ass.
get your ass kicked. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's how it is in Ecuador. You don't see any of this nonsense. It's like the only people who are dumb enough to be vegan would be in the two major cities of Guayaquil and Quito, and it's just nowhere else would anybody take it seriously. These gringos come to these towns, these vegans and vegetarians, and the people just laugh about it. They're like all these crazy old people. They have no children. They treat their dogs like their children, and they don't eat meat, and they're just fucking nuts. That's what the locals. They think all the vegans and vegetarians here are nutcases. They actually think that
Yep.
most of the expats don't eat meat, and that they're crazy.
Hmm. Yeah, it's Yeah, it's normal people's view of vegans,
Right. What is it about
or
YouTube?
just like, you know, Western people in general.
I feel like YouTube. I feel like the reason the vegan thing has gotten so big on YouTube is that look at that. There's a jar of milk. Raw milk,
Yeah,
goat's milk.
like cow milk.
You get it from a farmer, or do you get it from a store?
I get it at the farmer's market.
Nice. So there's good farmers markets there,
Yeah, they're all over the place.
and that's primarily where you shop.
That's basically, yeah, like 95% of my food is from there.
What's your diet look like? You got raw milk, raw meat. What else? You mentioned testicles, blood.
Butter, uh,
So blood,
cottage cheese.
and balls. That's the triple B diet.
Yeah. Honey.
Nice.
Uh, uh, cheese.
Honey's a funny one.
Uh,
Honey's a really interesting one because I've always been a big fan of honey, and even like I eat pretty low carb most of the time, but when I do eat honey, I don't feel a difference at all. Like it doesn't seem to cause any blood sugar dysregulation. It doesn't cause any candida issues, anything like that.
well,
Actually,
because if the honey's really raw, then it has a insulin like substance in it that
Yeah.
behaves like insulin does,
it's got
and
live enzymes in it. Yeah.
the carbs don't affect you.
Yeah. Yeah, I love honey. Honey's fantastic. And it's a lot of people that get worried about, fungal overgrowth and candida. I mean, especially when you got vaccine damage or perceived vaccine damage or issues in the gut microbiome. People get, fungal overgrowth and shit like that, and they get, really poor
Well, you
digestion.
can if it's not raw,
Mm-hmm.
and if it's not in the honeycomb, then it's probably not raw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we get good honey here. Yeah, honey's one of my favorite things. I've actually had honey the last few days this week. Don't feel any different. Usually what happens though, if I eat honey for a little while and then I stop eating it, I'll get 1 or 2 days of like a little bit lower energy, but then I'll just switch back into feeling normal again. It's just kind of like the glucose leaves the body and start burning fat again. But raw
Yeah,
milk,
I don't feel it changing my energy.
yeah. But you don't really cut out raw milk ever, right? Like you're eating like the primal style diet most of the time. You try to get raw milk in every day.
Yeah, I like the milk a lot.
Do you ever ferment it, make yogurt or anything, or kefir?
I ferment it all the time into
Just clabber it?
clabber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my kids like that. So what about the rural areas over in Ukraine? You mentioned you'd like to be out in the mountains. I mean, is that what you're looking to do? You looking to get out in the woods, get out in the hills?
Yeah, eventually. I just want to, have a lot of money before I do that.
You working right now?
Yeah.
Nice. Do you mind me asking what you're doing, or do you want to keep it on the DL?
I don't mind you asking, but I'm just not going to answer you.
Do you mind me asking again then? No, I'm kidding. Cool. Hey, what's up, Derek? Derek says the vegan agenda is in decline. I think that's Derek Nance. He's thanking you for your service, fighting the good fight.
Yeah, Derek Nance. Yeah, cool guy.
He's a good dude. I like Derek.
Yeah, I mean, once the super meat comes out, though, it's like, I mean,
Dude, that shit's gonna fail. I feel like if enough people keep shitting on it and talking about what a joke it is, no one's gonna buy
it's not
that.
going to fail because, I mean, especially since everyone cooks their meat anyway, it's going to taste exactly the same.
Nah, they can't make it.
And
It's
then
so
they're
hard.
just gonna-
They're lying, dude. They can't make it. How could you make collagen? You can't get the collagen ribboned in within the meat like that, and the fat ribboned in there. That's only.
No, you can like literally grow like a fully functioning liver or a fully functioning heart in a petri dish. You can like grow like the exact part of a body you want in a petri dish. Like
I haven't seen.
you can grow an eyeball in it and then like transplant it into a person. Like it doesn't matter.
From what I've seen, they can do like really shitty, crude, fake ground meat that doesn't have much fat in it, and it just looks like it
Well,
looks.
that's what they're showing you. That's what they're showing you now from, that industrial point of view. But as far as what science is capable of achieving,
Dolly the sheep and shit like
like
that.
in the medical field, for example, right now they can like grow organs that are functional and can be, transplanted.
Yeah.
So, the technological capabilities exist for creating a meat that tastes exactly like meat.
So you don't think you think they'll succeed with the fake meat? The fake meat's gonna take over the real meat in New
Yeah, I
York?
mean, even if it's not as good, they're just gonna put a tax on the meat, and it's easy.
Yeah, maybe. I
It's
don't
like how
know.
they get everyone to stop smoking with the taxes. It works.
Yeah, well, they're already putting out. I've done a couple streams in the last few weeks about the fake meat articles and the taxing articles, and that's what they're saying. They're like, well, we tax smoking, we put a tax on smoking, so if we can put a tax on meat, we'll make people healthier.
Yeah, it works. There's like nothing to discuss. Like it works.
Yeah,
And then you just indoctrinate people over time.
yeah,
And in like
but
10, 20 years, it's gonna be no problem.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's the plan. Use
It's
incrementalism.
easy. Like people are easy to control.
Yeah, incrementalism. I
You
mean,
can
they
get
had
people to
yeah the 1930s. They were putting out articles in like Cosmopolitan magazine talking about how all meat's going to be grown in a lab and all food's going to be synthetic and babies will be grown in test tubes and you won't be able to breed without special permission from the government and all this stuff. So people have
Yeah,
been
it's
talking
gonna
about
happen. Like it's a science.
this.
Like you're
Yeah.
not gonna do anything.
Someone asked how old is Milky? What year were you born?
I'm 50 years old.
Damn, dude,
The raw meat.
you look like shit for 50, man. You look 52. No, no matter what,
Yeah,
the
the raw
vegans are like,
meat
he looks like
diet.
shit for his age. No matter what age you put, they're like, oh, you look like fucking death. Every video I put out, I get like 50 vegan comments like, you look horrible. Your teeth are fucking horrible. You look so bad. So all right, guys. No matter
We'll just
what.
tell them to compare you to when you were vegan.
Twink Tristan.
Yeah, just compare the twink version of you, and
Twinkie.
that's all you have to do.
Hostess Twinkies. Lord Birkenhead. Yeah, that's it. Sugar rotted my teeth has been paying attention. Lord Birkenhead. That's who said it. Fucking A. So I guess milk jars, or I'd say you're probably around my age. Probably I'm 31. Seems like you're probably around the same age. What'd you grow up?
No, I'm younger,
You're younger? Huh.
a
Sorry.
little bit younger.
Yeah. So you grew up New York. What kind of music do you listen to as a kid? When you were 13 years old, you can't lie. You have to say first, what were you listening to? What kind of music were you listening to?
When I was 13,
Yeah,
I
13.
was probably listening to like Pink Floyd and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I had a little bit of that too. There would be like a mix of Pink Floyd. See, when I was 13, it was probably like 99. So it was like Pink Floyd and then like shitty punk rock bands like No Effects and stuff. Bad Religion.
No, that came like a bit later for me.
Yeah. Well, it was like the CDs that I'd borrow from people and burn them. Or I'd get my friend to burn
Yeah, I mean
CDs.
there was no CDs at that point for me,
Yeah.
so it was just like iTunes store
Nice.
and then just like illegal downloads too.
Yeah, I remember Kazaa.
Yeah,
Kazaa plus, Kazaa Lite plus plus plus. There was all those like pluses at the end of it.
yeah. Oh, when I was 13, I was listening to like stuff like Linkin Park too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Linkin Park. That was like emo metal.
Yeah, well, I got into that because they had the Dragon Ball Z videos on YouTube
Okay, yeah.
for like all the Linkin Park songs,
There
and
was
I loved Dragon Ball Z.
there was like the emo stuff too. Like I used to listen to like these emo bands like the Get Up Kids and what's it Mineral and stuff like that. Like not like the emo that people were probably like the earlier emo stuff. And then there was remember like Blink 182 and shit before they got really big. I
Yeah.
used to listen to that because it was kind of edgy when I was a little kid. I think I was like 10. I had one of their CDs. All right, now we got a good idea of Milk Jar's age. The Misfits. Yeah, someone said Misfits. That was high school. I used to listen to Misfits because that was a little bit more. They were a little more edgy and old school. You had to hear about the Misfits from like the older dudes.
Hold on, Gaddis is here.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
Can we get it?
Yo.
Yeah.
Привет.
What's up?
Go vegan and die. Fuck veganism.
Uh-oh, my phone just died.
What, really?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna have to turn it on again.
You're still on Hangouts though. Gattis came out and it was too much meatheadness. The thing just it got totally. We had a full-on meltdown. We broke Google Hangouts, guys. Google could not handle that. There was too much testosterone. That's cool that they're together. That's cool that they get to hang out. Gattis goes all the way to Ukraine to hang out with him. We'll see if they come back. I think they'll be back. That was hilarious. All right. Isn't that funny? The people from all over the world, we have like the same childhood experiences. Glenn Danzig Misfits, of course. John Mordaunt. Misfits died when Glenn Danzig left. I used to listen to Danzig too. Someone says Sverige melted the phone. Too much alpha. I wonder if Sverige brought testicles. Yeah. Milk Jar and Sverige. They'll be back. So let's check out what's going on in the chat. What's up, everybody? Everybody. All right. What a day. What a day. So we had like 5 days of no water this week. That was kind of annoying. That was pretty crazy. 5 days, no water. But it's back now. And the sun is out outside. And it's like the middle of the night over there in Ukraine. Let's see. Let's hope they jump back in. So yeah, the lab grown meat's an interesting thing, right? So even you got the Beyond Burger. The Beyond Burger, I think they were at like a $30 million loss last year. And there was something like $32 million of total revenue. I mean, just millions and millions of dollars are being pushed into this fake meat stuff. Millions of dollars. Junk, fake meat. And people still don't want to buy it. Right? They've got these vegan YouTube dweebs out there. Oh, it's so amazing. It's so amazing. So amazing. Oh, we've got the Beyond Burger and all the celebrities with the Beyond Burger. Let's see if they come back. If they don't come back in a couple minutes, I'm going to wrap this up. That was a fun conversation, though, guys. Talking to Gattis and Milk Jar. We got like 2 words in from Gattis, and it just melted YouTube. Total YouTube meltdown. Let's see. I had a few interesting articles pulled up that we can listen to. Or maybe we could just appreciate some of just the funny clips of the classic Milk Jar. Let's see. Classic Milk Jar video here.
Smile for me, bro. Take a bite out of our heart.
Take down the vegan agenda. Watch a 4-minute video.
I love New York, man.
Milk Jar's funny. He's a funny dude. He's just constantly. He's always with that mellow vibe.
Eaters out there. Love me.
We're actually getting into the way of this, so can you please move over to the side. Move over to the side. Okay. Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video. Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video. Move over. Don't stand in front of the table.
Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video. Look, they have another boomer to help. The calling all boomer SJWs. Calling all boomer NPCs. Man eating meat in street. Chevy Chase, back on the phone.
I'm not going to follow that guy around.
Hey, bro, can I take a minute? They're like anti-freeze.
It's a little different than that dude's handling it.
I respect that. Get paid $1.
This guy's very effective at shouting in my ear.
Get paid $1 to watch a 4-minute video. Get paid
One more time.
$1 to watch a 4-minute video.
This
How you
reminds
doing,
me
my friend?
of
I'm all right.
the fact.
He's
Get
got an
paid $1
unconventional
to watch
tactic,
4-minute
but he's got a good intention, honestly. So do you, probably. You guys
Yeah,
both
we
have
all
good
have good
intentions.
intentions.
Good intentions, that's the thing.
Nothing against anybody.
You know?
I'm a peaceful person. Get paid
Alright,
Gotta get
$1
attention somehow, though.
I don't think you're very peaceful. All right.
What is that? $1 to watch a 4-minute video.
Hey, buddy. Can talk a second?
What's up? Okay. You have first amendment right to be out here and do whatever you want. They have first amendment right. Do not get, but you don't
Hey,
have the right to get in the middle.
you should see the video. Like,
Okay.
I didn't do anything. I just stood there.
Listen.
This guy was like pushing me with his chest like this.
Okay, listen. I don't want any arguments. There's no need for arguments.
I haven't talked to them at all.
You guys are depicting your First Amendment right. He's depicting his First Amendment right. There should be no conflict between anybody.
A nice
I
cop,
have
right?
not even talked to
Nice police officer. He's not trying to start some shit. He's just like, you eat your meat. These vegans are weirdos. I mean, he just wants a ham
Yeah,
sandwich.
that's not worth it.
Or
It's
five.
like, whatever. For what? We don't want to arrest them. Who cares?
You want me to know?
That's just me being honest.
I mean, I'm not interested.
No, I don't want you to be here. I don't want to talk to you.
So I want to make sure.
Right. So we have no interest in showing you a video, though.
I feel like I got assaulted.
Well, listen.
I'm not gonna
It's harassed, but listen,
Okay.
you guys stay on one side, they stay on the other, and then that's
Thank
it.
you.
No
Appreciate it.
I'm just gonna
God
say
bless
it's
you,
like
thank
right
you.
here.
You guys, they're doing one thing, you do another thing over here.
Meltdown. Here, there's some T-Clips put some nice clips together of. I wonder if they have the fact. Let's see. I'm trying to find. Yeah, soy clog.
Conceded, your little soy argument would just crumble. It would just melt like soy ice cream.
Whenever you make any state, like I get the precept shtick, okay? I wreck presuppers
It's not a
constantly.
shtick.
It's not
Yeah,
a shtick,
no,
and just,
it's
and
not
just
gonna
claiming,
wreck
just
me.
claiming that you can wreck it doesn't make it so.
How about instead of cutting me off so that the only thing I've said is that I wreck precept all the time,
How
you
boot
let
it?
me
How
actually
boot it?
make my argument.
How boot
That's
it?
not
How
an
boot I
argument.
do?
That's not an argument.
How
That's
boot
not
I
an
do
argument.
it?
Okay,
How
that's
boot
not
I
an
do it?
argument. That is not.
It's not an argument. It's not an argument.
Yeah,
It's not an argument.
An argument. It's not an argument.
Let me ignore all your arguments, and then
That
when
was
you
not
insult
an
me for
argument.
being a
How many
retard,
times
I'll
will
say
I
that's
do
not
this?
an
How many
argument.
times will
It's
the
not an
soy boy
argument.
repeat? How boot it? How boot it?
It's
How boot
just
it?
not an argument.
We got a soy boy NPC number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, reboot
You
it.
acknowledge that you
Way to
back-
frame it
will you
again, bro.
acknowledge-
Great
will you
framing,
acknowledge-
bitch.
I'm not
will you
acknowledging
acknowledge-
anything because this is
Wait,
retarded, dude.
will you acknowledge that you just shifted from a claim that the statements are the same to a claim that they relate? Please.
No,
Okay.
you can
so you're
ask.
just not going to be honest.
You don't even let
No,
me get 2
dude,
words in.
that's ad hominem, dude. That's ad hominem.
Ad
I
hoc,
provide
bro.
the
Straw
straw
man, bro. Straw man, yeah.
That's that whole debate in a nutshell. I'm trying. Where's the fact? We need the fact. I want the fact. Where's the fact? I think the fact's coming.
If you take a
Here you go.
philosophy 101 course, you're going to learn these 3 branches of philosophy. It's not a fucking trap, dude.
No. The trap is reframing what I'm saying as a claim that epistemology, metaphysics, and logic.
We spent an hour saying I disagree with your initial claim. Why can't you just accept that?
No, is the initial claim that I disagreed with that metaphysics, logic, and epistemology are connected? Are you going to claim that?
You are hashing over nonsense. You are picking out
This is
terms.
how they do
No,
it.
I have been-
This is how they do every debate.
This is why
They
you
have a
can't get
whole-
anywhere.
They have a whole team.
Wait.
They desperately want everybody to take them seriously, but they don't even take their own position seriously enough to be consistent within it.
Okay,
It's so
you know what?
ridiculous. It's so
And that's irrelevant to whether their system is
It's
consistent.
orthogonal. It's irrelevant to whether it's consistent. I want you to assume that we should maintain consistency. Here it comes. Here it comes.
It's not, you dummy. I just spent an hour and a half trying to explain to you how it's not.
Okay,
Good God,
I'm-
dude. What is wrong with you? Like, you have some kind of mental issue. Like,
Wait,
something
Jay,
is wrong
no,
up here.
Jay, you've made false claims. Okay, you've made multiple claims.
No,
that
I nailed
haven't
you on it.
provided
I
evidence
nailed you
for.
on it. I nailed you on it. You didn't know what you were talking about, and now
I am
you're
still
freaking
trying to
out,
talk
losing
about
your
it.
shit.
Just
It is for me.
I'm still trying to talk. This is an hour into this, and he's still trying to make the same point. It's orthogonal. He's still trying to say we don't have to ground ethics. We have to assume that you need to be consistent. and we're saying, why should we be consistent? And he just keeps saying it's orthogonal. He thinks if he uses a word that his dumbass audience doesn't understand.
Hey, it is for me.
Okay. So
It's
the
not the
question
question
for you is not.
Here comes
Yeah.
the
So the
meltdown,
question
though,
for
the
you
fact.
is not the objection
Hey,
that I
you're
presented
back.
to Tristan's point. Okay, that's
Sorry.
so
just
you're saying
one more.
something that's
We're
irrelevant to what
watching
I'm
this
talking
clip
about.
of milk.
What
Not milk.
Tristan said at the very
ask
start
yourself.
of the debate, he tried to
fact.
say that
The fact.
I pointed out that the consistency of his normative system
We'll watch
does
this
not.
later. The consistency of his normative system. Here, sorry, I can't. I'm trying to pull up the. Where's the dang thing? I'm glad you guys are back. All right. Wait, are we on Skype or are we on Hangouts? We're on Hangouts.
No.
What's up?
Hey, Gattis, what's up, man? I can't see you guys. I'm trying to find my window. I have too many windows pulled up.
Oh, okay.
I'm just give me a moment. Sorry, guys. I'm glad you guys are back. I almost wanted to end the stream because I was talking to myself. Where's my window?
Yeah,
There it is.
Goddess wants to show you the blood.
All right. What's up, guys?
Yeah.
We're back, and you guys are on screen now. It's got a bag of blood. Gattis the Gattis the vampire. Look at that. Oh, the vegans are gonna love that. What is it? It's very salty, right? Lots of salt.
It's not that salty.
It's pretty neutral.
I think the salty ones are because they add salt so that it doesn't clot.
Yeah, this is proper stuff, not coagulated. So it has the clumps in it.
It is coagulated.
Well, yeah, it is, and the ones that add salt to it, it's just liquid, but that's not natural. This is the real stuff.
Now, would the Maasai? Do you guys know how the Maasai did it or do it? Don't they mix it? Do they stir it or they mix it and they let it coagulate?
Yeah, they mix the blood with the milk right away and like whip it around because they don't want it to clot so they can still drink it. With this, it's all like clotted, so it's like there's some liquid, and then the rest is like a jelly that you just kind of gotta eat. It's not really drinking it at that point.
Now, the Slavs, they do like blood soup. And then in Germany, there's really big on like blood sausage and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people love blood sausage here too.
You guys don't eat anything really cooked, so you're probably not doing blood sausage or blood soup.
I never eat anything cooked at home. Like if I'm hungry and I'm out, then I'll eat. But if someone had like some blood sausage, I'd try it out of like, curiosity.
Yeah. That's cool.
But I don't mean that the raw blood is so good that I don't know why you'd want to ruin it like that.
So it changes the taste, and you prefer it raw.
Yeah, I mean you can't beat the raw blood.
Yeah, I get it from my dog sometimes. I haven't tried it. So Gattis, how long you been in Ukraine, man?
I was for a week, and then I came back, and for a week again now. But I'm leaving tomorrow.
And you're going to the States?
After I go back to Germany, the Netherlands, and Spain, and then the States.
Mm-hmm. Nice. What time is it?
So 5 countries.
That's pretty crazy. You travel way more than I ever want to travel. I don't like traveling, man. I hate going on planes. Freaking TSA in the U.S.
Yeah, I hate traveling too. I never want to go anywhere.
Yeah, I like, dude. I barely leave my valley. I barely it sounds crazy, but in the last 5 years, I probably haven't left a 50-mile radius of my house.
That's awesome.
I love it.
That's the life.
I love it. But
yeah, when you find a place where you want to live.
Yeah, it's not, well, if you have somewhere you like. I think that's the hard part, is finding somewhere where you want to be, because before that, I was just always wanting to go. You know, like I was never, whenever I'm in cities, if I'm in cities, it's easy to be hectic, right? But I live in this small town kind of in the middle of nowhere, so it's kind of as mellow. But if I'm in a city, it's easy to want to bounce around, and you can get kind of lost.
Yeah, when you're in nature, you just kind of like calm down, and like time kind of stops having a meaning, and you know, you just like living life, and then like years go by and you didn't go anywhere, and it just seems normal.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what
I think that people always just move around. Just explore everything.
Well, they'd move around, but it was all like kind of the same.
Yeah.
Like you'd find like, I don't know, there'd be like a region that was like more hilly, and there'd be like an
Yeah, that's
area
true.
with a lake, but it would be like all their own territory, because you can't like be a nomad and then just wander into someone else's territory
Yeah, that's the problem
unless
with
you want to fight.
that's the problem with nomadic people. Is nomadic people tend to mess up civilizations in general, right? It's like nomadic peoples and conquering tribes tend to, they displace other people. It causes issues. But like I guess in in an idyllic world that doesn't exist, nobody would have to travel that much at all. Like we would all be able to, in a paradise that I could imagine, we wouldn't need to travel much at all. But yeah, there is.
Somebody in the comments says I need to go to Texas. I was there a few months ago already.
Texas is cool. But why are you going to California? That's like the worst place in the world.
Hawaii?
No, California.
Hawaii?
California is like the shithole of
Oh
the
yeah,
United States.
yeah. Fuck
It's
California.
the worst. I grew up there. It's the worst place in the world. It's some of the most
Where
beautiful.
did you grow up?
I grew up in California. It's some of the best
California.
land,
But
some of
where
the
is
most
it?
amazing land in the world, but the most whacked out people in government you could ever imagine.
Like, where did you grow up? LA or what?
No. So I was born in Dana Point, which is Orange County, and then I lived in Riverside, which
Okay.
is Inland Empire. Riverside, it's kind of like it's like where all the meth and like, yeah, it's like the armpit of California. And then I left there and I went to San Diego County, which San Diego County is pretty cool. North County, San Diego, like Carlsbad, Encinitas, that area is really nice. So there's some areas in Southern California.
Did you
that
see
are
the
nice.
movie Inland Empire?
Yeah, that was one of my favorite movies. That movie's insane.
Inland Empire?
Yeah, David Lynch.
Yeah, it's a crazy movie.
Yeah, mind control movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that movie.
Yeah, I should watch it again.
Yeah, that movie is very disturbing. With
Yeah,
Laura.
because when I first watched it, I didn't like know as much, so it's probably a good idea to rewatch it.
You know, Laura Dern, her dad is like, she comes from one of these kind of ancient, or not ancient, but they're I think one of her ancestors was like John Adams. You know, she's one of these.
Oh
like,
yeah.
yeah, she's quite connected, Laura Dern. Yeah, that's a fascinating movie. Mulholland Drive. You like that one?
Yeah, my phone died again though.
Oh no.
Oh, bye.
All right, guys,
Bye.
we'll let you go. Hey, peace out. We'll do this again when phones are charged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, take it easy. Enjoy the blood. Peace, guys. All right. Well, that's it. We're gonna talk about David Lynch movies. They were drinking blood. Crazy. But was that we had a lot of bits of that conversation that were orthogonal to the fact. You guys want to finish watching funny clips from T-Clips? Did a good job of pulling the funniest moments from this.
That I presented to Tristan's point. Okay, so you're saying something that's irrelevant to what I'm talking about. What Tristan said at the very start of the debate.
When what Tristan said at the very start of the debate, when Ask Yourself instantly interrupted him and derailed the entire conversation and talked for 40 minutes about nothing, trying to defend a non-position and get us to bypass all of his assumptions and never actually look at the assumptions that he's making in his worldview. This is what he said. Let me frame it.
I pointed out that the consistency of his normative system does not hinge on his meta-ethics, okay? It hinges...
Why should we assume that consistency is important? How do we determine consistency? And why should we be consistent?
on logic. It hinges on logic. The only thing necessary...
And logic is not divorced from that, dummy. How many times do I have to say it?
Wait, but...
How do we know what's logical? How do we know what's logical? Well, you just know. You just feel it. Right? They can't answer the basic questions.
What you're doing is you're saying that the separate question of whether you should accept the separate question. Okay, so so I just want you on the record that the two questions: should you accept logic, and does the consistency of your normative framework hinge on meta-ethics, are the same question. Will you just affirm that so that you're on the record saying something incredibly stupid?
No, there are two ways of speaking about the same issue.
So they're not the same thing. Yeah, so they're not the same thing, are they?
They're asking the same question in different ways.
No, they aren't. They are asking two separate
questions. Yes, they are. You're too
Okay,
fucking
so-
dumb to realize it, dude.
All right, so I will bet you $1,000 that those are not the same question, and that I can get multiple PhDs in logic to affirm that. Will
Oh,
you
so
take
then
my...
you get to appeal
That's
to authority.
You know what that is?
Appeal
Dude?
to
You know what that
authority,
is?
bro.
That's called appeal to authority.
No, I did not claim that my.
Appeal to
I did not.
authority.
That's
say
called
that-
appeal to
what-
authority.
Okay, so you just want to shout that at me.
Appeal to
Okay,
authority.
so wait.
No, I've seen you do this on your
the-
Twitter.
the-
You claim that you can get PhDs in logic to back you up. That's fucking
absolutely.
retarded, dude.
Anyone who has a PhD in logic is going to tell you that those are not the same.
Dude,
question.
I studied logic in grad school. You haven't studied anything in grad school.
And are you? No, I haven't. But
So you're
I'm-
gonna start appeal. You want to appeal to authority? We can appeal to authority all day.
No.
I have
what
more
I-
authority
what I-
here than you.
Okay,
You
Tristan,
should be on fucking
like,
TV, dude.
seriously, no, seriously,
It's not
Tristan.
normal.
At this point, if you
Uh-huh.
keep like just saying stupid shit that doesn't even relate to the argument,
I thought
I'm
that
just
was
gonna
pretty
mute
fucking
you until
funny.
you have something
I thought that was pretty
that's
funny.
actually.
You can
new.
mute me, but I'm streaming it on my
and-
stream.
And
mute
to,
me.
to
That's
keep,
good.
to keep things fair, if he ends up muting Tristan, I will stop talking and let you talk to Jay. But what I want to say, I can recap everything that's happened. So we opened up this.
Go ahead, do that again.
No, I don't need
Yeah.
to recap,
So-
dude. I don't need to
Well,
recap. We've
no,
already.
no, I
I've
don't.
already
No, I don't.
You're
care if you
disingenuous,
want to
dude.
recap.
I
I care.
we
I
can-
care
we
about
can
if the
move
audience
on to have a
follows.
real debate. We
No.
we
What
could
I
have a
care-
real debate if you wanted to.
Yeah. Wait. What
You
I
don't
care.
want-
What I care about is if the audience follows and is going to be able to look
No,
up
what
the
you care about
timestamps.
is your audience seeing you
No.
as perceived winner. That's all you care
No,
about. You're not
no,
interested
that's
in
just
what's
an
true.
It's
add-on.
not
It's
about
just an
real
add-on.
debate. It's
It's
about
just an add-on.
framing, and it's about. That's why they're so pissed, because we called that out from the very beginning. That you don't want a real debate. You want to play this frame game, play word games within it. They get super pissed that we wouldn't let them play their game with us.
It's just an
It's
add-on.
about framing the
It's just
narrative.
an
That's
Sorry,
why
guys,
you
I'm just
started
trying to
out
find
poisoning
the-
the well.
trying to
So
find
you're
the-
welcome to
the
move
part where
forward
it
with
talks
them. I
about
won't
the
be
fact.
moving forward if we can't get agreement on the basics, because the further stuff we're going to talk about will hinge on this.
So what do
But
you
I
want
will
us
make.
to agree with, Isaac?
You know what?
Okay.
What do you want us
They're
to
not
agree
going
with?
to concede. They're not going to concede on any position.
Mm,
So, like, literally, unless you want this debate to like literally be a circle where you just keep straw manning you, essentially. I think
I
it's
know.
The point
You
for
just-
2 fucking
you just-
hours.
you
You
just
just
put words
said I
in my mouth.
should concede it. Thank you for conceding the point
No,
after
you
2
just
fucking
you just
hours.
you just put words in my mouth, right? So
You said
what
ought
we-
to. You ought to. You should accept it. You should affirm it. That's what you fucking said, dude.
okay, I don't know exactly how I phrased
You
myself.
just
but
said
that's
it.
Not, yeah.
You just fucking said it.
Okay.
2 hours on this shit.
Trying to
Yeah.
find the
Good
fact.
God,
Where's the
dude.
fact? You guys denying your worldview?
Wait, no,
We're
no,
not
no, no,
denying
In
that
your
it's
no, no.
worldview.
I don't. What I really don't like in a philosophical discussion is when someone says, "You just said X is the same question." Jay, what did I just say are the same? Are what am I questioning? What 2 statements am I questioning whether they're identical or not?
Here it comes. Are you
Okay,
serious?
so I'll tell them.
Are you
I'll tell
kidding
them.
me?
This is like talking. You're like talking to a woman.
We spent 2 hours. I spent 2 hours. Jay left after an hour. Spent 2 hours going in the same circle with these guys. Such jokers.
Dude, this is like arguing with a woman. Is what this
Yeah,
is.
that's-
Okay.
that's not
Or
an
like
argument,
a
obviously.
man who identifies as a woman.
Yeah.
I know it's not an argument
Yeah.
A man who
Okay.
identifies as a
because
sexual
you
but-
can't
then
have
make
a logical argument with a woman.
Okay. All right. Very
Hate
powerful.
speech! Hate speech.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell my wife.
So,
Sean.
in common parlance.
Oh,
The
now
fa-
it's not
the
an
fact-
ethical question. I
the
spent
fact-
2
the
hours to
fact-
get you to say should.
Wait,
Here it comes.
You
the
fucked
fact,
up and said
the
it.
fact,
Okay,
the
look.
fact, the fact
You
that
fucked
I
up and said
say-
should.
The fact
You
that
said
I say
should.
the fact.
You see, you
the
fucked
fact-
up
Jay,
and said
Jay,
should after
Jay,
2 hours.
like, dude,
fact-
Jay,
fact-
he's
The fact,
wait,
the fact. Here, I'll help you. I'll help you, Isaac. The fact, the
Wait,
fact, the fact.
wait,
I'll help you, dude. I
wait.
got you.
The
The
fact
fact, the
that I-
fact, the
the
fact.
fact-
I'll help you, dude. I got you.
the fact
The
that
fact,
I
the
say-
fact, the fact,
the
the
fact
fact.
the fact that I
The
say
fact,
should.
the fact, the fact,
the
the fact, the
that-
fact, the fact, the fact, the fact, the fact, the fact, the fact. Richard, you
fact-
got quick
the
fingers,
fact
dude.
that
You must
I say
practice.
should.
You must practice with
The
those
fact
fast
that-
fingers, Richard. Your fingers are
the-
quick.
the-
The
Okay,
fact.
the fact
The fact.
that I say should.
he can unclick the
This
mute.
guy's on a
fact-
the
I
Matrix
love you,
glitch,
Richard.
dude.
Wait,
It's a Matrix
okay,
glitch,
the-
dude.
the
Love
fact-
you, Richard.
The fact.
that the
Fact.
okay,
The fact. The
the
fact.
fact,
The fact.
Okay, so you
You're a
Richard,
Matrix
join
glitch.
us. The
You're a
fact.
Matrix
The
glitch.
fact.
Okay,
the
guys,
fact. The
guys,
fact.
we're
The
actually
fact.
trying
The
to
fact.
listen.
I'm done.
We're actually
I'm done.
trying to progress the argument,
I've got
and
other
you just
stuff to
keep
do today.
interrupting.
Dude,
Yeah.
he's been speaking the
Stop
whole
acting
time.
like
I've got other
10-year-olds.
stuff to
He's
do.
been
All he
speaking
does is
the whole
recap,
time,
and
man.
he
He
just
wants
lost
to
it.
recap the whole time. You
That's
just want to
great.
deny
Okay,
the
well,
basics.
you know what? According to
Anyway,
Isaac,
thank you,
you're
guys. This was
misrepresenting
fun.
his position.
This was fun. Thank
The
you,
fact-
guys.
Okay, so is God something you can see or measure?
No, God is outside. It's unmeasurable. God is the creator. So God has created every single concept.
concept. God has created all of this in my worldview. God has created everything visible and invisible. And in my worldview, there do exist metaphysical things, invisible things, like logic and reason, and your whole worldview actually hinges on logic and reason existing as well, but you want to bypass the actual. You see the calculating response must seem right. Breakdown of worldview, crumbling of paradigm, observation of that. And that's what I'm saying is a kind of a contradiction.
Okay.
It kind of doesn't really make sense to claim that veganism is an ethical position. You've got so many assumptions built in there. You know, I mean, what is the definition of veganism again? Like, it's about like minimizing suffering. It's not eating animals, right? In your worldview.
Well, the standard, like, well accepted definition is the moral philosophy that you should, as much as
Moral philosophy, morality, non-physical thing that he believes exists.
reasonably possible, reduce suffering, death, exploitation of
Suffering, metaphysical concept that he believes exists.
animals as much as reasonably.
Right. So how does one define suffering?
Okay, well, like suffering can actually be quantified in some ways. Like there are pain receptors, like there are nerve endings. I think there is actually a way to objectively measure the amount of pain something is suffering.
Yeah. How can you measure how much something is suffering?
Okay, so I'm not like a neurologist or something, but it is like an actual physical occurrence. Pain is an actual physical response, and that is something you can measure. You can see if some neurons are firing and shit like that.
So certain neurons firing equals pain.
Like again, I'm not like a neurologist. I'm not
right.
too
No,
well
I'm not.
on this topic.
Yeah.
But would you agree with
I'm
me?
just saying to say that we're trying to define veganism and then discuss why it might not be good, right? So I'm somebody that did a vegan diet, but I guess I was never a vegan. I want to just find the clip of just the fact. Someone needs to make a remix. The fact. At one point, we were all chanting the fact. That was good. How did that come up? Oh, because we were watching those people glitching out, the boomers glitching out. Pay you $1 to watch a 4-minute video. Pay you $1 to watch a 4-minute video. Pay you $1 to watch a 4-minute video. All right. Well, we're going to wrap this up, guys. It's been fun. Talked to Milk Jar's twin brother. We talked to Gattis. A couple of wild carnies over there in Europe. Stomping around together. I'm glad they're hanging out with each other. It's cool to see them together. Enjoying themselves over there, living their lives. It's been another episode of the Eat, Me, Make Family stream. This December Keto and Carnivore Collective is starting December 9th. I think it's December 9th through the 6th of January. And we'll be doing it. It is our group community coaching. It's pretty fun because you get to. It's better than one-on-one coaching, right? When I do one-on-one coaching, we usually do one Skype meeting per month, which for most people is enough. But for me, I can't handle the amount of clients that come to me, right? I can only do so many Skype meetings a day. I've set a rule where I can only do one Skype meeting per day, in fact. So this allows us to actually take on the amount of clients that we get requesting. So we're able to do it in a group community setting, which is really fun. The Keto and Carnivore Collective, the next session is starting in, I think, about 3 weeks. So that's going to be fun. This one that's going down right now, it's a good group. It's funny. We've got a lot of ex-vegans in the Keto and Carnivore Collective. I'd say at least 10% of our clients have come from vegan diets these days, and I mean we're seeing a big exodus out of the vegan death cult, and it's great. It's fantastic to see people taking their health back, taking their lives back, taking their mental health back, and enjoying eating a diet, eating a human diet. If your divinist wants another round, why would we do that again? Why? There's no point. There's no point in doing that again. She's talking about the debate. I told the audience before what was going to happen. They're going to go in there. They're going to try to frame it in this very specific way. And as soon as we try and question the basic assumptions behind their worldview, they're going to freak out. And that's what happened. Yeah, so anyways, next Keto and Carnivore Collective starting soon. Jessica's been working her butt off. I've been working a little bit too on editing the Carnivore Cookbook. So this is going to be freaking awesome. This is actually, I'd say that this book is going to be even better than the Ketogenic Edge Cookbook. I mean, so the Carnivore Cookbook is being edited as we speak. We're hoping to get this out as soon as possible. The printing process it's very demanding, first of all. It's very demanding to edit and write a book. Jessica's been working her butt off. As you can hear, she's got kids screaming at her all day, including this kid. Mommy, Jessica, give me some water. That's what I sound like. That's why I have these scratches on my face. She gets pissed. But yeah, we're editing right now, so it's gonna be awesome. We're stoked on this one. It's gonna be coming out soon. Hopefully before February. Hopefully, people keep talking about the vegan gains debate. You guys, I don't know if that'll happen again. I do like vegan gains. I think Richard. I was trying to find when I was watching that video. I'm trying to find some of the moments where it was like, where you could see that smile, because a smile pops out every once in a while. But the only times he would smile was when I would insult him. It's like I would get so frustrated and I'd just like, this is retarded. And he would smile when I make these when I would insult him, but it would be a genuine smile. And my wife saw it too. She was like, he has a beautiful smile. So the people in the look, if you're gonna come into my chat and tell me you have a problem with my belief system, I will ban you. You dweebs. Go play Sam Harris somewhere else, dwarfs. But yeah, I'd love to have a real conversation with vegan gains, right? Not a stupid fake debate, right? Just like a real human conversation. Because I know there's like a nice person there. There's a real person underneath that, right? And he talks about the pain he's had, the abuse he's suffered, and it's obvious that he's been treated poorly, right? I had to feel kind of bad about insulting him after that too. You know, I mean, it was so frustrating dealing with the same loop over and over again, right? And seeing all the videos talking about the baby stomping and stuff, it's just, man, you know. So I messaged him. I told him, I don't know. I mean, it was between him and I. I'm not going to talk about it. But anyways, vegan gains, Richard, I think he's probably, there's a good dude. There's a real person underneath that who's suffered, who's had a lot of pain. Everybody they want a rematch. It's not fun. It's like they want to play it on their terms. They want to play these stupid games. I just want to sit down with Richard, not ask yourself, that guy's a freaking retard. But Richard's a nice guy underneath it, right? Obviously, there's the veneer, the pain, the suffering that wants us to put pain and suffering on other people. You know, and his issue's not with me or him eating meat. He's got an issue. He's pissed at God, right? And you could see it. So this is what happens when you reject the truth. This is what happens when you reject the fact that there is something that made this, that you don't get to make the rules. You don't get to make the rules. You know, so it's like we're not here to battle against flesh and blood. Metal slugs. People are talking about, because he challenged me to a fight, IRL, in real life. Why don't y'all fight? Why don't y'all fight? Yeah, I'm gonna. Where's he? Canada? Where am I? Ecuador? Okay. He's gonna fly down here to Ecuador, have a fight, we'll have a duel. Come on. Be realistic, guys. But it's just sad. People want to make the rules. People want to make their own. They want to make up their own reality. They want to be their own God. They want to be their own God. And it's kind of, I don't know, it's sad. But everybody's been hurt. Everybody's suffered. Everybody's had things happen to them as a child that weren't perfect, right? We live in this world. We live in this world where all these dorks in the chat. The fool says in his heart there is no God. You say there is no God, you're an idiot. Straight up. You're an idiot. You can't prove a negative. Self-contradictory right there. But yeah, you know, I hope he gets better, man. I hope all these people get better. And it's sad. It's sad to see people like unnecessarily putting themselves in this position where they've been duped, right? It's sad to see people in that same old cycle. But like I was saying, my favorite moments with vegan gains, where it's just seeing this little moment. There's a few moments where you could see him crack a real smile, but then he would instantly go right back. You'd see him, he'd smile. When I was unmuting myself, he muted me, and I kept unmuting myself. I was like, he would go in the fact. At a moment during that, I remember him opening up, and he smiled because he saw how funny it was. And those are my favorite moments. The whole time I'm just trying to find that real person in there, right? And there was really like, yeah, a nice smile. You cracked that smile, which is good. You do any life coaching consultation? Look, when you're Yin Yang's asking about life coaching consultation, I don't sell services like that, man. It's like when I do coaching consultations, it's obviously not just about diet, right? We're looking at lifestyle, looking at it as a holistic approach. So yeah, we do hit on those types of things, but I'm not, some fake Tony Robbins guru, right? I can point in the direction where I think I can do my best to point you to the truth, and that's all I can do. I'm not fucking Tony Robbins. I'm not going to sell people on fake, life coaching and all that shit. Not one of these new age gurus out here. It's like there's truth, there's falsehood. But I do private consultations too, as well as the group coaching. So anyways, the group coaching is really cool too. For those of you interested in coaching, private consultations are fine. I only do so many of them, and I do turn down clients if I don't respond to your emails on private coaching consultation. Don't be offended. It's just I get a lot of requests, and we do tend to push people towards the group community coaching, the Keto and Carnivore Collective, because it's a better setup for it. It's a better setup for it because you have a community support aspect. We do 2 live interactive voice chats per week. One of those is a lesson with a Q&A at the end, and the other one's a live Q&A, which is really fun. And yeah, so what's up? We got a bunch of things that are orthogonal. All you people in the chat want to talk about subjects that are orthogonal. Those are orthogonal to the fact. But we're wrapping this up, guys. It's been another episode of the Eat Meat, Make Family stream. It's been an erratic one. We had technical difficulties, but we got to talk to Milk Jar, and we had a special celebrity guest appearance from Gattis. So we had the two dudes who are probably like the funniest, and I don't mean this as a pejorative, but like the anti-vegan trolling that they do. Like they've done some of the funniest anti-vegan trolls out there. I'm not saying that they are trolls. I'm not saying that as a bad thing. It's just they have some funny anti-vegan troll stuff out there. And that was great. So we had a fun conversation, and that was fun. So thanks to Milk Jar and for Gattis to coming on. Sferia. You can find more at primaledgehealth.com. We got more to come. I'm going to do some more streams. I got a bunch of stuff pulled up to talk about, including some very interesting connections between the meat tax and the Beyond Burger. Or the Impossible Burger, rather. The other stupid-ass fake meat thing out there. The Impossible Burger. So we're going to talk about the shit show that is the vegan propaganda being pushed out there. And show just some of the most blatant, obvious connections between some of these fake journals publishing stuff about anti-meat, big industry, and government collusion as well, trying to push for these meat taxes. The UK is going to be one of the first to probably accept it. Over there in the UK, they seem to be a step ahead in the social engineering aspect of some of this stuff. There's just so much going on in the chat. It's hard to leave, but I'll see you guys next time. You can find more at primaledgehealth.com. If you want to sign up for the Keto and Carnivore Collective, hit the link in the description. And the Ketogenic Edge Cookbook, the training manual for low-carb, ketogenic, and paleo cuisine, that's available on our website in print as well. The Carnivore's Cookbook for people who really love animals is going to be coming soon, and that's going to be awesome. So, yeah, guys. Peace. We'll leave you with with everybody's favorite vegan-friendly song. This will bring you enlightenment. This will give you everything you need to become enlightened and all come together. Rainbow Around the Moon by Rainbow Spirit, Oregon, at the Rainbow Festival, where much soy was consumed.
There's a rainbow around the moon. There's a rainbow. There's a rainbow. There's a rainbow around the moon. There's a rainbow around the moon. There's a